Hi everyone, welcome to MarikaCreations. Today I will share with you how I made a small fairy garden. It's small enough to carry around and put on a table. You can put it right in your garden where your flowers are as well, of course. And I made some DIYs to fit into this little fairy garden, so stay tuned for that. This big ceramic bowl will be the base of my fairy garden, and I also have this crisp tube and a branch that I'm going to use. First I just figure out how tall I want this tube to be and just cut it off, and this will be the house, the fairy house in my garden. I will use these scrap pieces of wood strips to cover the tube with to give it a nice finish. So I'm just measuring, and I cut all the pieces, and now I'm just sanding off all the edges to remove all the splinters. We'll use this spool or the end of it, this circle, to make fairy door, and I'm just sketching out how I want it to look, the size of it, and then I will just cut it out with my handsaw. And it looks like that, and I will now make sure to have an opening for the door. So I take these wood strips and mark how tall the door is and where I need to cut off the wood strips. And I do that with my handsaw. And now it's time to spray paint everything in a matte black color, the door and the tube. And I also had several other pieces that I initially wanted to make the roof of, but decided in the end not to. So I just gave them one coat of this spray paint. The paint has dried, and it's now time to assemble my house. I just take the wood strips and attach them on the tube with some hot glue all the way around. This video is also part of a challenge, Fairy Garden Challenge, and it is hosted by Sandy over at Grandma Sandy. And if you're not familiar with Sandy and her channel just yet, be sure to jump on over right after this video and check out what she has to offer. I will leave a link to her channel down in my description box, along with a link to the playlist of this challenge, so you can watch all the wonderful fairy gardens. And when I came to the end there, I noticed that I have a little gap, so I needed to cut another piece to size, like you see there. And then just above the door I wrapped some dew twine just for a cute touch, and I did 5 laps around my little house. Just hot glue it into place and cut off the excess. Now I take some wooden skewers and I glue them into the door opening on one side, because what I want to do here is to attach the door but keep it slightly open. You can just see what I do here. And I touch the door like so. And then I just took a wooden bead for the door handle, like that. Now it's time to make the roof of my little fairy house, and I used this carpet that I already had a scrap piece of, and I'm making it into a cone, and I hot glue it together, but quickly realized it will not stick together because the carpet is too stiff. So I took some jute twine and sew it together as well. Just a thick needle. Maybe you saw already in the previous footage that I had similar roof. I was not happy with that, so I'm here to make another one, a better one now. If you're new to my channel, hi, I am Marika, and on this channel I do lots of DIYs, thrift flips, decorating, renovation of my home, some pottery, some painting, anything creative really. Please join me, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and let's be friends. Time to attach my new roof. Just hot glue it into place, and it's looking like a little hut. And then I take some nautical rope to cover up the ugliness on the back there, the seam. It would look very cute as well. Now on to my next small DIY. I take the other circle of this spool and I will make sort of a Japanese bridge. So I will just cut on the top, and I use my jigsaw for that. You will see in a minute how my pieces will look. I just have the upper part of the circle, and then I will attach wooden skewers on it, like you see me do here with some hot glue. But that didn't work, did it? No, the hot glue was not the right choice, so now I'm propping everything up here, and I use some strong wood glue. And I just support the structure while it's drying, and then I went to spray paint the whole thing in red color on top, and the bottom part in black. It is time to assemble my fairy garden. So I start off by hot gluing some floral foam into my ceramic bowl, like you see me do here. Try to cover it all, and in the center I will put my branch, and on top of that I put moss that I have collected from my backyard. Some pebbles that I make into a dry riverbed that the bridge will cross over. and some bigger stones. And now some greenery. You could of course use real flowers, just filling the bowl with some soil underneath the moss, and it would have been great, but I didn't have that on hand, so I go for this faux greenery instead. Time to put my fairy house into place. Looking cute, I think. And some ferns and some cute little flowers, a little bit here and there. And some more ferns to cover the edges. And I also, on the outer rim, I attached some thick nautical rope just with some hot glue all the way around the ball. I thought it was a bit distracting with this pattern here. And for the final touch, a little bling in my tree there. Fairies love bling. And then I will just put the bridge into place and of course some fairies. I start off by showing you my big fairy in my backyard. Looking cute with all the ferns around it. Looking a bit magical. But over there on the table I have my little fairy garden, and it looks adorable, don't you think? And I have my iron fairies, 3 of them here, and the little bridge turned out great over the dry riverbed. So tell me, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. I love how it turned out. The little hut there. Everything is adorable. I just love fairies. If you like this video and videos just like this, be sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button for more inspirational videos. And this is where I have it at the moment, in this stone urn. It was a perfect fit, and it's protected from the weathers a bit since it's underneath a roof. Looking pretty. If you want to know more about my iron fairies, they are adorable, and they have a story behind them. They are from Australia. I will leave a link to that website in my description box. Go and have a look. And if you want inspiration straight away for more fairy gardens, go on to my description box and hit the link to the playlist of this challenge. Or you can watch my DIY playlist appearing on the screen right here. Just click and enjoy. Thank you so very much for watching. See you soon again in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye.